earlier today, I done a security video, and there's something here that I don't know exactly how it would fit in, but I want to play a game with everybody today. Okay, everybody knows I can and prep food and I'm putting up my stuff for winter. But with everything going on in the world today, and everybody talking about prepping for the crap hits the fan and all this. Okay, there is a plant that the old timers around here call nervous stagger, and it grows in the fields. And they used to go through the fields and they would actually pull it up and put it in a bag and carry it out of the fields because one flower off that would kill a 500-pound cow. And man, it was terrible to watch them die. They just shook, shit, quivered, and like that for 2 or 3 days. They quit drinking, they quit eating, and then they just fell over dead. It's a bad poison. Okay, there's other poisons, plants here. There's one right here in these Appalachian Mountains. If you get it in your blood system, it'll crystallize your blood. Okay, there is some wickedly poison plants. So I come up with the idea. I'm in here working my butt off, putting all this stuff up. Okay, I went and got me some nervous stagger. And part of what I can has it in it. I have it marked. I know the mark. I know how to tell the jar from any other jar. You know what I'm saying? And I keep it where I know where it is. But if somebody pushes me out of my house and gets them a big belly full of that, which they will eventually, they'll sit here and just eat like big hogs. Eventually, you're going to get the wrong jar. Because they're not sitting like a box by themselves. They're actually put in with the other boxes. And I know how to look at it and know if it has it or not. So here's the game. Okay. This is jar A. I'm going to turn it slowly. Okay. There's the bottom. And there's the top. Here is jar B. And no, the flour isn't in there. It was just cooked in there till the toxins got into the jars. And, then the flour was picked out. So you couldn't see it. Okay. Here's jar C. Now, slow your video down if you have to, zoom, whatever you have to do to look at them jars real close. And see if you can tell which one it is. I can. And don't just guess a jar and, tell me why you think that's the jar. What did you see about that jar that would make you think that's the one? Because the three of you guess A, B, C, you got it. One of you got it. Okay, at the end of the video, or end of the thing, I'll actually come back in another video and say which one it was. I'm not going to tell you how I mark it, but I will tell you which one it is, and that way you know. But now, here's my thing about the whole deal. If crap's hit the fan and people's out here robbing, stealing, killing, and all this, okay, law has broke down. You're going to be under martial law system has broke down. And, there's a lot of things talking about government agencies coming in and taking what you got and giving it to the masses. Oh, I wouldn't do that with mine. I'd leave mine sitting right there because you're liable to kill a lot of people. And, do I care? No. Because I put that in there. If I want you to have it, I'll give you a jar. But you're not going to take what I got. And everybody talking about, okay, so let's say somebody snipes me off. Come on in and get it. I bet you'll think 10 times when you're watching your buddies or let's say your wife or kids are with you, and all of a sudden they start something wrong, and you watch them for the next 2 or 3 days die. Okay, the thing everybody needs to remember is there's going to be 2 people survive if it actually breaks society down. You're gonna have, look, let's go with three. You're gonna have the homesteaders and stuff that don't care to kill, poison, whatever, to stop them from taking what they have. You'll have a little group of the people that's lucky enough to be the what you call them, wolf preppers. And then you're gonna have the mega rich that's got their bomb shelters and everything like that, you know, crawled in a hole and stayed there for 15 years to see what society looked like, or 20 years, whatever, and then they stick their head out. Okay, I'm not gonna bother nobody, but I promise you, you may get me. That's a fact. I'm old, but my family's here. They know they'll know exactly how to know which jar has the poison in it. And I'll tell them, use your head, leave it right where it's at. That way, if you get drove out, if they come in here and start opening jars, just gobble, 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 you might work on a couple of them real quick like that. But, this is the kind of mentality you're going to have if you're going to survive the crap hitting the fan. And, people's going to say, oh my God, you let that happen to a little child. Hey, I'm telling you, if you love your children, you love your wife, you will prep. You will have extra food. You'll have extra water, ways of purifying water, everything we've talked about in these videos. Because, when it comes into a handout situation, people that have prep ain't going to hand it out to you. If they do, they're going to expect something in change or trade or something. They're not just going to give you everything they got out of the goodness of their heart. It's not going to happen. That ain't how preppers work. I never have considered myself prepper till now. And, I've took 5-gallon buckets and made buckets to bury. So I can put stuff out there where people can't find it. And if I get drove out, I've got food and stuff out here in the woods, up here in the mountain and stuff that I can go get. And, I'm not saying there is, I'm not saying there ain't, but, you might want to bury a gun or two out there because it might come down to a time that you have to go up there and get it. But if it was me, I'd take a vacuum sealer, put my gun in there and some of them oxygen absorbers and toss them in there, then I'd vacuum seal that gun in. And then I'd do the shells the same way. And that way, no moisture's getting into it. And, get you a big old piece of PVC pipe, put the end on it, put your gun down in it, put a screw lid on it, and I'd hide it where nobody can find it. Because if somebody finds it and you get in a lot of trouble, now I don't know what the state laws is in your state, but a lot of states you can't bury gun stuff because if somebody did happen up on it and kill somebody with it, you're liable. But check your state laws. And if you decide to do it, don't say, well, old man George said do it. No, Mountain Man didn't tell you to do it. I'm telling you, you might want to do it. And if you do it on your own accord. I'm not responsible for your activities or actions. But now, on the canning stuff, you might want to find something, you take and put a little rat poison in some of that. And that when you're cooking it, to put it in the jar, cook that rat poison up, stir it up, and then mark them jars where you know how they're marked. And that way you don't eat them. But if somebody else comes in and starts taking your stuff, they might get them a good dose of that. But I'm going to let you go. Please write in the comments A, B, C, and why you think it's that jar. And, we'll see. I'll tell you which one it was. I'm not going to tell you how to know because then if you broke into my house how to get that to it. But I will tell you A, B, or C. And if you put a comment, like if you say B and you write, well, the jar's different color, whatever, I'm going to tell you no. But I won't tell you how to know how they're done. But let's just play this game and see how it works out and see who all can figure it out. And I'll show you the jars again one last time. This is jar A. Jar B. and jar C. Okay, there they are. And I know people will say, man, that's like premeditated murder. Well, there ain't no difference in murder, premeditated, or you come decide also that you gonna come take what I got and kill me to get it. So murder's murder. I'll see you in heaven or another place, you know. But there's the jars. Let's play this game and see what we think it is, and y'all just write down which jar you think it is, and we'll go from there. All right, y'all have a good day. Have a blessed day. Be good to each other, and we'll catch you on the next video.